Greetings, dear listeners. Today, on another lecture, we embark on a melodious journey through the intricate life and influential career of Michael Leslie Jones, the mastermind behind the legendary rock band Foreigner. I am Professor Alexei, and joining me is the ever-curious Priyanka.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm excited to dig into the story behind Foreigner and how Michael Leslie Jones, made a global impact.
Let's get started. To begin, it's crucial to understand that Michael Leslie Jones is celebrated as the founder of Foreigner, a rock ensemble established in 1976. Foreigner represents a quintessential paradigm of British-American musical synthesis, blending the robust vitality of rock with nuanced cultural influences.
So, Foreigner is like this bridge between two musical worlds. I think Jones, as a performer and producer, played a key role in that fusion. Maybe we should also define some terms like session musician.
Ah, yes. The role of a session musician involves performing at recordings or live endeavors without permanent attachment to a specific band. It's important to understand that such versatility informed Jones's adaptability in both playing and production, enriching his legacy through diverse collaborations in the music industry. Now, moving forward, the contributions of Jones and Foreigner serve as pivotal keystones in the evolution of rock music. Their numerous chart-topping hits, such as the ever-resonant "I Want to Know What Love Is," underscore their importance. Historically speaking, Jones's contribution has frequently been undervalued as, let's say, a catalyst in merging British and American rock motifs.
I guess people don't always realize how bringing those styles together shaped the band's iconic sound. And then on top of that, Jones's production work with Van Halen shows his sort of breadth of influence, right?
Indeed. Let's proceed to the next point. Key moments in his career include his participation in Nero and the Gladiators during the early 1960s, significantly founding Foreigner in 1976, and culminating in his induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2024. Each of these events documents his commitment to innovation and excellence throughout his musical journey.
And he didn't just stop with Foreigner. I think his diverse experiences definitely set him apart over the years.
This brings us to my personal reflection. I find it remarkably admirable how Jones intricately weaves distinct musical influences into a cohesive whole. From the vantage point of a musician, and of course, as an aficionado of cultural fusion through chess and music, his work is rather enlightening. Now, on to our next point. What if Lou Gramm had never left Foreigner? Here we probe the history of internal tensions, both creative and personal, that beset the band, particularly surrounding Gramm's temporary departure.
It's interesting. Could Foreigner have maybe gone for a harder rock sound if Gramm never left?
Theoretically speaking, the evolution within the band could have, let's say, diverged significantly. As we consider synthesizer elements introduced during that contentious period, Foreigner might have prolonged their experimental phase, rather than consolidating existing sounds. Next, we shall explore the hypothetical trajectory had Jones remained in France. His involvement with distinguished French artists like Johnny Hallyday imparted a certain European sensibility to his initial works.
That makes me wonder about the uniqueness of European influences on his music. Would the 80s rock landscape have been different without his move back to the UK and US?
Arguably so. The union of stylistic methodologies across the Channel enriched Foreigner's soundscape. We observe here a convergence that would have been otherwise unlikely. This fusion indeed captivated a global audience. Speaking of cultural synergy, in the following case, Jones's recent health revelations bring us to a contemporary inquiry. Diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, his decision to cease touring raises questions about future influences on musical legacies.
I'm curious about studies or initiatives related to health challenges faced by musicians. How do they manage their careers under such conditions?
It's crucial to understand that Jones's legacy transcends mere performance. With ongoing advocacy for health awareness, his influence persists, inspiring both musicians and listeners, underscoring essential discussions on health and creativity. In conclusion, we see how Michael Leslie Jones's foundational contributions indelibly shaped the chronicles of rock music. His narrative invites further exploration into the realms of music history and cross-cultural innovation.
Thank you, Professor Alexei. This discussion was super insightful, and I hope our listeners explore more about this fascinating legend.
Naturally. To all our listeners, thank you for joining another enlightening session of another lecture. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring,